Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, Eric Bieniemy. Listen, I was laughing about this the other day, right? Because everybody's been on like eggshells, like walking on eggshells, wondering like, oh, what are we going to have next? Who are we going to have next? Who's going to help, steer this offense the correct direction, right? And I had two solutions for this. One, if Harbaugh's in the hiring process, he's going to hire whoever he feels he's closest to. And number two, he's going to hire whoever he feels he can control. That's it. But I'm going to go a little deeper in it than that, right? Because I could leave it cut and dry right there and everyone would be like, yeah, we know that. But here's the thing. Eric Bieniemy, the person that we all want, has probably one of the best shots to be the OC. And if he's not the OC, it's most likely that he turned down the job. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off all the coaches we have hired or interviewed. And for the first and second round, then I'm going to get into the whole idea with Eric Bieniemy, okay? So far for the first round interview candidates, right, that have been reported, you have the Los Angeles Rams pass game coordinator, Zach Robinson. Okay, not bad. Cleveland Browns pass game coordinator, Chad O'Shea. Keep him. Ravens tight ends coach, George Godsey. No. Ravens quarterbacks coach, James Urban. No. Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy. I like that one. Buffalo Bills wide receivers coach, Chad Hall. I like that one. Dallas Cowboys. No. I don't want nothing from them. They can keep it. They can keep everything they have. Yo, I'm being real with you. I don't want nothing from them at all. But Dallas Cowboys quarterback coach, Doug Nussmeier. Now, I don't want him. I don't have a good feeling about him, okay? So that's a no, right? Now, the second round interview candidates that have been reported is Georgia offensive coordinator / quarterbacks coach, Todd Monken. This one made a lot of news, right? Seattle Seahawks quarterbacks coach, Dave Canales. That one's not bad. Denver Broncos offensive coordinator, Justin Owen. Listen, man. No! Did you see the Denver Broncos this year? We want that to come to Baltimore? No. Vikings pass game coordinator Brian Angelico. Listen, I like this one. The reason why I like this one is because the Vikings make mismatches. They don't wait for mismatches to occur. They force mismatches to happen. The only problem with the Vikings is that Kirk Cousins is their QB. They have the running back. They have the O-line. They have the tight end. They have the wide receivers. It's only and on that Kirk Cousins. He's just a good QB. He's not a QB that can get your team over the hump. He's a good QB. Like, he can win you 10 to 12 to even 13 games. But he's not going to do anything for you in the playoffs. Do not expect you're going to win a game because of him. And that's fact, okay? And Minnesota has picked wide receivers and weapons amazingly. Do remember, this is the same team that drafted Randy Moss. This is the same team that drafted Stephon Diggs. Same team that got Justin Jefferson. Like, they're good at getting wide receivers. Okay? Now, that's who we have. I told you who I like, but let me get into this Eric Bieniemy thing. You know more than anybody else who's watching this, because the Raven fans know, John Harbaugh only hires people usually from his tree. Meaning, if it's not from Andy Reid's tree and somehow intersects with his tree, he's not hiring them at all. It's just not happening. But here's the funny thing. Eric Bieniemy played special teams for John Harbaugh in 1999. That means he already has a connection personally with him. He coached him. Like physically said, yo, these are the plays you're going to run on special teams. John, listen, John, Jim, his father, all of them like to only hire people that they've met, worked very close to, or coached. That's a plus sign for the Eric Bieniemy. Now, look, I've heard a lot of doubters for the Eric Bieniemy because he does not call calls over there in the Chiefs. But guess what? Most of these offensive minds coming out of the Chiefs don't call calls. Andy Reid calls the calls. It's been like that for years. Years. I think they said the only time another offensive coordinator has called plays under Andy Reid was in like 2017. And I believe he became the head coach for the Bears. That's it. Eric Bieniemy, with his background, not only as a player, but a successful offensive coordinator, should have already had a job. I don't want old in the building in Baltimore. I need new, fresh, spry, young in the building. When we look at these coaches, right, a lot of times coaches, when they look at players as saying, take the players and break them into their systems. Instead of saying, what does the player do well? And let's accentuate it and build on those things, right? And then add in other pieces to greatly expand it even further. Right? You think, and I'm going to be real with you, right? When Tom Brady left the Patriots and went to the Bucs, he was struggling. Most of your guys' GOAT was struggling. And it wasn't because he didn't have weapons. It wasn't because the offensive line wasn't good. It's because the offensive play calling was not to his liking. It didn't play to his strengths. Arians was used to go deep. He did it with Andrew Luck. He did it with Jameis Winston. That's his M.O. He did it with Ben Roethlisberger. That was his M.O. Play action, go deep, go deep, go deep, go deep. Let the receiver go and make a play. Go deep, go deep. And the problem with, 5-step drops is that you're going to get pummeled. And Tom Brady didn't like to get hit. He said, I got to protect this model face, baby. This thing's on the cover of Vogue. I can't be bruised. So what did they do? It changed. They implemented offensive schemes from New England and brought them over to the Bucs. They also brought in Antonio Brown. And they got him a Super Bowl. Because sometimes the easiest answer is just that. The hardest question usually requires, for it to be solved, the easiest answer. The most what's it called? Casual answer. The one that everyone said that's so obvious. But a lot of times that's the answer. That's just how it goes. Eric Bieniemy to me would be a perfect choice for Baltimore. Not because of his success only with Patrick Mahomes, but because he's a younger guy. He understands the game. And not only does he understand, he's not young, you're not no spry chicken, but he's youngish, right? But he understands the game and leverage, right? There's been too many times in Baltimore, especially under the Greg Roman regime, that we've had our best players on the bench. We've had our most dynamic players riding pine. Pause. Asking Lamar to make magic. Now, look, not every play call is going to be perfect, so I don't judge Greg Roman specifically on every single, because, you know what I'm saying? When I look at Greg Roman's play style and when I look at other ones, there's no setups. There's no setups. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times the jab sets you up for the count. You know what I'm saying? Sets you up for that cross hook. You feel what I'm trying to say? Or that body. What? Well, she go boom right to the body. It sets it up. A lot of times with Greg Roman, just seen that he was just doing a play and there was no setup. There was no scheming. He was just doing a play right here, and this had no conjunction or connotation to the next play going forward. There was no fluidity. That's a problem. Do you know what fluidity does? It smooths out the game. It allows quarterbacks to catch rhythm. Do you know what happened when Lamar Jackson catches rhythm? He becomes literally the most unstoppable player in the history of the NFL. That's not me speaking in conjecture either. We've seen this man, when he's allowed to catch rhythm and pick team apart with his mind, he's spectacular to look at, to view. Because then the defense is like, what are we going to do? If they start spreading us out, it just gives them room to run. And Lamar Jackson makes you pay when he runs. I think Eric Bieniemy can be the person to bring that out. Now, the Vikings coordinator, I like him too. I think he'd be a great addition if we don't get Eric. But I need people that can do things like that, understand that Lamar Jackson is not just a weapon. Too many times we're going through this and people just looking at him as a weapon. Even the media. The media will say, oh, he's a great player. He's not a great quarterback. Too many times you hear that because they relate him to being only a weapon and not a true quarterback. Hence why you heard somebody come out and say, oh, if he won 12 MVPs, he still couldn't be a quarterback in my eyes. Lamar Jackson is a dual threat. That means he's a true dual threat. As equally as he's as dangerous through the air, he's equally as dangerous with his legs. Some guys are just okay with their legs. They're not going to make you really pay. Michael Vick, Cam Newton, those type of runners make you pay when they run. That's on the level of Lamar. And Lamar moves more fluid than they do, on like a Vick level in his prime. And when you get to throwing the ball, he could pick you apart and drop dimes everywhere. Pinpoint accuracy because he throws darts. Mixing that with an offensive coordinator that has creativity in his repertoire. You know what that means? That means gangbusters. That means, fireworks. Splash plays, big plays. Consistently. Because I keep trying to tell people, Lamar Jackson puts you in the most unwinnable situation that more than any other player in the NFL. That's why they view him so much as a weapon more than they do as a quarterback. Because when he's playing, he forces you to play 11 on 11 football. That's just the way it goes. Remember, football was not made to be played like that. Football was made for the defense to have at least one extra player than the offense. With the Lamar Jackson, it's all equal because there has to be somebody spying him. That means if you're spreading out teams, usually there's somebody open because you're not going to be able to spy him and guard all four other receivers. It's not possible. And the first guy usually doesn't bring him down. So you know what that does? It also changes up the way that they pass rush, which can make an offensive line look better than what they are. These are things that and those coordinators could take advantage of that. Like true advantage of that. That's what I want. That's what we need. This notion that if we just get Lamar Jackson a weapon, we'll be okay, is foolish. Because we've already seen if Harbaugh gets his way usually, right, he wants a very dry run scheme. I have a question for y'all. How could you be like that, right? How could you be like that and want those things when Andy Reid, when you coached under Andy Reid in Philly? Oh. Did you learn nothing? Where are your notes? Your journal? Your secret playbook? My God. It's not fair, bro. Because when you look at Harbaugh, it's like, bro, you had to have taken something from Reid. And so far since he's been here, it's like we've seen nothing. Even previous years, we've seen nothing. All I'm saying is that with Eric Bieniemy, right, to cut this and make it and finish it up, Eric Bieniemy has a very good chance of being the offensive coordinator for Baltimore. But that's only, I think it's going to come down to him. It's going to come down to what they're willing to pay him. It's going to come down to if he wants to leave the situation he's in or he's waiting for a better situation for himself, maybe because he doesn't want to coach under a Harbaugh. But make no mistake about it. These coaches want to coach a Lamar Jackson. My only problem is, will Harbaugh allow them to be truly creative, bring their creative minds to the table, and just make a concoction of historic proportion? We will see. Because I'll tell you this, when Lamar Jackson gets re-signed and we need another big weapon, we are in our Super Bowl window immediately. There is no, we like the previous years. We got it for we got it for 5 years. We're okay. If we mortgage out this year, it's no problem, because that's what the Ravens were doing. There's no more like that. There's no more grace period. You understand? There's no more buffer. It's all meat and potatoes now. You've spent your excess in naught, in vain. Now, you have to hit in the draft. You have to hit on the offensive coordinator, and you have to hit and make sure you bring in wide receivers that can make immediately, while still having to sign a gigantuan mega deal for one named Lamar Jackson. There's no islands this offseason. No. You heard every time when the offseason, we're going to an island. And we're going to an island. Yeah, island. We're going to an island. No. It's work all offseason because you put it off. Procrastination leads to negativity, leads to downfall. You reap what you sow. No complaining now, but I'm going to say it again. Eric Bieniemy and the Vikings is who I want, and I think with Eric having played under Harbaugh, he has a better chance than almost anybody else of getting this position, that position. And that was another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here at me, and you know I appreciate that. Thank you for sticking through, because now you see I'm starting to get over the cold and everything else. Thank you, guys, for understanding that. But please do remember, for everybody new watching the channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Just be respectful to each other's ideas in the comment section. No personal shots, please. And if you would like to help out the platform monetarily, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code. You can find the Cash App for it in the description. Money sign, The Wunderkind Show. So once again, it's The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I am out. Yep.